I mean, have you looked at the schedule they got?
Yeah, I have looked at it. And I mean, I think they certainly start the season with a favorable. They start at the Browns and they come home to the Browns. The Browns are one of the worst teams in the league. What do you mean that's a loss?
No, the Browns, they're not going to lose at home. They're going to have that kid, Brady Quinn, is going to be their quarterback.
Well,
but
fine, so the steel curtain will be all over them then.
Here's what I think the Steelers should do, is they got the number 15 pick in the draft, right?
That's right, yeah.
So
at least I'll say this: you do know something about the sport. At least you
do
know.
Yeah, I know because I gamble on it all the time. I bet all the time.
Oh, okay.
You know, you need to take that number 1 pick. You take Rottenberger. You trade them 2 picks to the Detroit Lions for the number 2 pick, and you take Jarius Russell or the Quinn Brady, one of those 2 boys, and then you get you a winner.
So they should deal his name's Roethlisberger, but they should trade him to Detroit and then get Jamarcus Russell is what you're saying.
Or the other boy from Notre Dame.
Brady Quinn.
Either one of those guys could do it.
But why would that be? Why would either one of those unproven commodities be better than Ben Roethlisberger, who, like I say, just 2 seasons ago took the Steelers to the Super Bowl crown?
But like I told you, you can't live in the past. You got to move up. You got to in with the out and out with the old. You can't do it.
I guess that's a good point.
You can't do it. And plus, we got a new ball coach too. See, Coward, he's gone.
Right.
And they got Mike Thompson. Mike Tomlin's new coach.
Does that make you happy? I mean, what does that mean to you? I mean, obviously, with Jackie Robinson being honored, for entering the sport as the first African American 60 years ago.
Well,
does that make you happy, Ed, to see Mike Tomlin now as a head coach in your new city?
Well, he's all right, coach. I don't know. He's not a very good coach. I don't know. He's going to have a problem. I think that's why I say they're only going to win 4 or 5 ball games this year.
4 or 5 games? They had a bad season last year and they won 8.
Well, it's going to continue. Things goes in 3s. It's the second year of the 3rd year of badness. They only going to win against the Buffalo. They're going to win at the Arizona. Mm-hmm. They might beat Cleveland at home, and they might beat the Dolphins at home. But them other games, those boys are just outmatched.
So the Steelers, a team who is 1 season removed from winning the Super Bowl, it's your contention they're going to go 4-12.
Well, they lost to Joey Porter.
Right, I know they lost Joey Porter.
And that's a big hole in the defense. Do you understand that the Joey Porter is probably one of the best linebackers ever played a game?
Well, I like him very much. I don't know if I'd call him one of the best to ever play the game, but sure, yeah, he was very good at his best.
No Steeler linebacker has ever been better than the Joey Porter.
Well, that's ridiculous, Ed. What about Jack Lambert? You remember that name? He's one of the best of all time.
All this old stuff. These guys, back then, it was a different kind of ball game.
Well, what is that supposed to mean? I'm telling you about the great Steeler linebackers. I mean, there's a tradition of great linebackers. Greg Lloyd was dominant in his day.
Well, Greg Lloyd was nice. Joey Porter was just unbelievable. Have you seen that guy play?
Sure. Listen, I loved him. I rooted for him. But, I mean, I don't think it means that you have to disparage the Steeler greats of the past.
I might. You know what? I might even say they're going to lose to Miami now because the Joey Porter, he might just take them to victory.
Well, Ed, I'll tell you what, we got to go to break here, but I do hope you'll keep checking in on the show. I'm excited that you live in the city of Pittsburgh now. That's a great treat for me.
Well, and I think you need to start talking more about some horse racing and boxing and maybe some poker too. You're leaving out some very important sports.
What do you want me to say about poker?
Well, it's a big sport.
All right. I'll start. So I got to talk more about the horses for you. Boxing, I agree with. I agree with the. What's that?
We got Kentucky Derby's going to be coming up right around the corner.
You're right. All right.
I think you still owe me. I think $8.24.
That's right. That's wow. You have a good memory at least. Yeah, we did bet a little bit of something. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. How long until the Derby? It's just a week or two, right?
May something. First Saturday in May, I think it is.
All right, the Ed, I want you to call back later this week. We'll talk about some horses and some boxing and stuff. I don't know if you're going to cut it as the Steeler expert, though. I just don't think you have the right frame of mind for it. I don't mean you have to cheer for the Steelers necessarily, but I mean your points are.
I bet on them if I think they can cover the spread, but.
Yeah, but you don't think they can win. But you're projecting them to go 4-12 this year. I
want everybody to know now that Ed says it's only going to be 4 or 5 wins, and don't come pat me on the back when it happens.
No one's going to pat you on the back for putting the Steelers down, the Ed. No one in Pittsburgh likes that kind of talk.
Well, they better get used to it.
All right, we'll see. All right, the Ed, call back soon, but please try to get a more positive attitude about the Steelers if you can.
All right, I got to go eat something. I'm hungry.
All right, the Ed. Thanks for checking in.
All right,
well, wow, be well. All right, well, there's the Ed. So, wow, that's interesting. Yeah, he's a as you could tell, he's an older man of color who has raised 4 boys on his own. I forget the story with what happened to his wife. I think she passed away. And he's a very colorful guy with a lot of stories, as you could tell there.